Are you like me, a strategy gamer who wants to be greedy? You want to be super defensive. You want to have as much health as humanly possible. You don't care about dealing damage. You don't like playing aggressive. You just want to turtle up and see the numbers get huge. Well, I've got a good update for you today in the game I'm making, Sky Shard, which you can see here behind me. This is our PvP city building auto battler where you build your little city in the sky and fight against other people's little islands in the sky. And we had a big update in the last couple weeks. I have been doing these weekly update videos. I missed last week. I had a death in the family, was at a funeral all day Monday, but I'm back this week catching you guys up, and we added a new game mode called Pacifist. As you can read, there is absolutely no offense allowed, minus a bug right now. There is actually technically little offense allowed, which we might run into as we play this, but technically there's not supposed to be any offense allowed, which is really like the ultimate game mode if you're that greedy, controlled, defensive, you know, turtle style strategy gamer. I think there are some silly numbers possible. I'm gonna hop into a run before too long here, and we're gonna get stomped because we already have some players who've like mastered this and basically broken the game mode wide open, and I am not one of those players. I tend to stick to our regular ranked as much as possible, although I've certainly dabbled a bit. We'll try to replicate some of the crazy stuff they're doing, although I suspect we'll fail. But we as you can see, just added 4 new game modes in the last couple weeks. Unrated, if you just want to hop in and experiment and goof around, not worry about your rank, it's a great way to do that. Pacifist, no offense like we talked about. We've also got King of the Hill. This is basically you lose once and you're done. So you've only got 1 loss per run. You got to try to win 10 in a row, basically, which is crazy. And then also Tiny Island. This is just shrinking our cities down. Less space, less mana to buy stuff, and less health to survive. But trying to win with really tight space constraints and value constraints, basically. And yeah, man, these have been fun little diversions, I think, for our players. You know, we don't have a lot of players right now, of course. Still in demo, holding on to about 100 players a day on average, I think, from when we first launched the demo now 2 months ago, which is pretty nice that we haven't done another big marketing push, really, which, by the way, we're going to be starting this month. But, you know, a lot of people are still just playing, you know, without even really any progression systems or anything, just playing for fun, just because it's fun, myself included, every day. I queue up a few runs, which is great. But we wanted to have game modes, you know, different ways to slice it. Number one, it helps us learn about the game, you know, like, is the game more fun on a tiny island or not? Is the game more fun when there's less defense? You know, like, you learn things from these other ways to change the rule sets and stuff. But also, I think there are people who will just enjoy these more, and we'll have some pacifist players, and we'll have some King of the Hill players, and so on. And the great thing is, as an asynchronous PvP game, we don't need to have live opponents sitting there waiting for you. As soon as you finish a run, your boards are saved on the server, and then those boards are going to be used for future players to fight against, which means, you know, even if there's only 5 people playing a game mode, you know, we still have the last 100 boards that have ever been played ready for you to queue up against, and you're going to pick one of those randomly, you know. So 5 players who are just constantly adding new islands into the pool of opponents could sustain a game mode entirely, because you just don't care about live players. I mean, it would be nice to have more so that the board's like fresher and, you know, change with the meta and stuff. Like, you know, obviously more would be better, but it's great that we don't have to worry about basically splitting our queues across too many game modes, so that, you know, like, queue times would suffer, which can happen in other games, particularly indie games. If they try to do live PvP, can have a really hard time, because as soon as your player base falls off, there's no opponents to queue into anymore, and everybody else leaves because the game dies instantly. Like, it's this, you know, whirlpool of death, basically, that, like, once it starts declining, it's really hard to recover. I think hopefully too, you know, we just have some really fun game modes where there's a nice little pool of players that just want to be the best pacifist player, want to be the best tiny island player. And, you know, when we add leaderboards to these, like, you know, having a high rank across each game mode could be fun, and we could have like specialists basically that like this one certain sort of thing. So yeah, we just decided to do it. It seemed like a good thing to do. It's easy for us to change the rule sets. I'm sure we'll come up with more as well and add to them over time, and maybe pare some back, but also maybe not. Why not just totally keep them? We've also had some other, I mean, I don't know, there's been numerous patches since I last talked to you guys on this channel. I mean, I don't even know when my last video was. I think there's been basically 2 big patches. I think we're also going to have a patch tomorrow, another really big patch. We're adding some additional tutorials to help people ease into the game a little easier. But yeah, I mean, we just added a bunch of stuff as always. We've slowed our patch cadence down a little bit now that we aren't running into as many bug fixes. We're kind of trying to do maybe like 1 big patch every week. I don't think that's a rule or anything. It's just kind of the cadence we've fallen into a little bit. But you know, new art every time, new stuff every time, new features, new bug fixes, although that keeps getting shorter and shorter, which is great. So I thought we would just hop into this pacifist game mode, maybe hop into the other game modes as well, just to give you an idea of what those look like. But I thought some of you might really enjoy this pacifist game mode in particular. Now, that said, fair warning, I'm probably going to get stomped because, again, for the last like week and a half or whatever, there's been a meta refining and players mastering this that I have not really been a part of. So I kind of know a little bit. Like, I've been watching, I looked a little, but this could go pretty poorly. I think we'll start with Aris as our hero. She has some quests that just give us like extra mana and stuff, which seems pretty good. Yeah, this could be a good way to just get extra stuff for our quest choice. When you spend 15 and 40 mana, get a mana machina, which is just another way to get more mana every turn. So I think what I've seen a lot of people doing is like resurrecting stuff. So, okay, Supercharger and Pillar are the core components of this, basically. Supercharger, this gains health based on adjacent defense units. And we can trigger the start of combat effect multiple times using the Supercharger and by, like, resurrecting it over and over and over again with stuff like graveyards, and then just activating the start of combat effect over and over and over again and trying to get, like, the biggest possible Pillar. So, I guess we'll start with a Pillar. I think it's probably actually technically not the best first thing to buy, but might be okay. Jeffrey here gives defense units health as well, so I guess that has some good feedback loops, maybe with the Pillar absorbing that health. Big Shop 2, we can take a Corrupt Shaman, also gives a lot of extra health. That seems good. This can kill stuff though, and then that pollutes your resurrect pool a little bit, maybe. There's probably ways to keep that alive with like crystals or something, so maybe that's not a huge concern yet. We can probably stick these together. I don't know. This may live long enough that we're okay. Because how this is going to work is, right, there's no weapons, there's no offensive units, so you just basically have the entire duration of the normal fight to scale up your health as much as humanly possible, right? So you just want repeating effects that give you health and health and health and health, because health is the only resource we care about here, basically. You know, we're still gonna fight opponents. Like, this opponent has like no ways to really gain a ton of health, just the librarian. I think we'll be okay here just because our units look, you know, stronger at a core level. But eventually when 40 seconds has elapsed, the fatigue wizard's going to appear and start dealing damage for us. Otherwise, obviously, the fight would just end forever. You could almost consider like a hard cutoff at 30 seconds and be like, who has the most health, and like do a score or something. But we have this system anyway with a fatigue wizard who will blow everything up, and basically whoever has, you know, the last unit standing after the fatigue wizard is going to be in the best spot. So, oh, they just use their portal to destroy that stuff. They're just going for value here. We can speed up the fights, thankfully, because, you know, there's nothing happening. We're clearly gonna win. We have way more health. Say way more, but 90 more effectively. All right, so Tinker 4 can have those superchargers in it, which we were talking about, which could be good. And if not, nice, okay. If not, there was that defensive force field as well, which could feed health into the pillar, which we don't really need, but should be okay. What else do we want here? I'm trying to think about, like, we want some tier 4 ancient stuff. More corrupt shamans seem okay. Here's our mana machina to give us more mana. Mana jar. I mean, yeah, this is not we don't really need these really right now, so mana jar is fine. That just gives us more mana again later. Another Jeffrey seems kind of good, although Shrub does currently feed pretty well into Pillar. Jeffrey probably feeds out more though because of the scaling on all this stuff. The Pillar has not actually got a defensive unit next to it right now, so it's not gaining any life from the supercharger. It's only gaining from this stuff right now, but that's still fine. Like, it's still scaling. Opponent has a little bit of scaling as well with Botanist and Jeffrey. They also just have a lot more units, so we probably lose this fight. You know, we kind of wasted a spot on a jar and stuff, but I don't know. Pillar's getting big at least. Yeah, we definitely lose. Don't take much damage though, thankfully. A lot of little stuff not hurting us too badly is nice. So okay, I think we're gonna take cheap stuff until we see the big expensive shops that we want, basically. Bees? I mean, bees do add a lot of health. I don't know how they scale right now, though. I'm going to take the librarian for now because I know how it scales. Magic 5 could have another pillar, but not really what we need. Looking for those Tinker and... Tinker 5 we want for superchargers. I think it's guaranteed, right? So, yeah, we got 4 mana left. Okay, another Jeffrey's good. I guess we'll take a big 4 here. We're looking for like a Thanatos' altar. Hey, there we go. We can also go for the Rafflesia. We currently don't, like, the Thanatos' altar currently doesn't actually do anything, again, because this is not, it doesn't have, this has nothing to attach to. Like, it's not gaining any health from these, but we're setting up for later. Like, we're kind of weak now while trying to scale later. You can see those superchargers being resurrected by the Thanatos' altar, which is going to make the start of combat go off multiple times, which that's the goal, right? We're going to lose this for sure, we know. Just saving a little health would be good. Okay. Only took a little damage. So, yeah, big defense units. Actually, big novice shops could be good for us. There's a big defense unit. Oh, big ancient shops. We take another Thanatos. Oh, graveyard's good. Okay, graveyard's great. Yeah, that resurrects these as well on a slower duration. I still just need a defensive unit for this to scale off of. I mean, buffer bot's not good, but it's something at least. It's a defense unit for this to gain some life off of, so it'll start scaling a little better. I think there's a chance we win this fight, but probably not a great one. Every time these go off, yeah, we're getting a little, you know, unfortunately the corrupt shamans are killing stuff that the graveyard's going to resurrect as well, so we're not guaranteed to get the superchargers right now. We'll try to fix that later with health buffs and positioning, but for now it's fine. Oh, dude, we're still getting so many supercharger resurrects though, dude. Yes, it's up to 1800. 2000. Now imagine if we had more than just, you know, a 300 health buffer bot every time or whatever, right? So this was definitely a hint of where we're going and a much closer fight, and again, very low damage. Okay, so now things are getting interesting, right? We can go for another graveyard here. I don't know if it's guaranteed. If not, Thanatos is probably still fine. There's definitely diminishing returns on this, but you know, you can just get more superchargers adjacent to it. You know, it cares about adjacency. It doesn't stack, so 2 of them doesn't bring back, you know, extra ones. It can't fill the same space multiple times or whatever. Emeralds. Okay, so we can maybe do something with emeralds where we put them next to an emerald to give them this gives them a health bonus so that they don't immediately die, and then just put a bunch of them around it. I've seen other people do that, so that must be a good strategy, right? Can steal ideas from other people. We could transmute to sell this post office. It's not really very useful right now. Could even really sell the Thanatoses right now as well. I'm thinking about maybe just passing here though. It would be nice to get a defense unit. If I sell here, I go up to only 2 again. It's hard to get a defense unit, and Big Shop 2 doesn't really have a lot of defense units. I think I'm just gonna pass and save this mana. We can save our mana for next turn. We'll have 2 extra next turn, or well, 4 with our mana machinas in the mix as well. So this hopefully keeps the shamans alive so that we're only ever resurrecting superchargers off of our graveyard, which is great. This guy's already at 1,000, which isn't nuts, but as the buffer bot gains health from the Jeffreys, this is also going to scale better every time because it's looking at, you know, current health. So it's like, you know, each time it jumps off of a guy, it's going to jump a little bigger. That jumped like 500, and then that jumped probably another 500-600, but, you know, close. And this is just a brief preview of where we're at. Are we gonna win this fight? I think we're gonna win this fight. It's close still. Oh, it's close, but we get there. Yeah, nice. Okay, things are coming together. We could take a big defense. Still looking for. Well, I need a brick by brick. It's called. Here we go. Nice. Okay, so now this brick by brick is going to add a lot more health because it's also going to scale its start of combat every time, which is going to feed even more into the pillar. Can also put this here now so that when this dies, it gets resurrected itself. Don't know how valuable that is right now, but it's something at least. Ancient Shop 5 could give me another graveyard, but I think I'd rather just find more superchargers at this stage. Emerald is also fine. So I'm looking for basically a big Tinker shop where these superchargers live now. This is actually a pretty big tinker shop, but not guaranteed. No, but we can go jump starter. I've seen a lot of people doing the jump starter thing. I don't know why exactly it's helpful, but I've seen people putting it. I've seen people putting it here. I feel like to me it seems less useful, but I don't know. Trigger the cooldown on the bottom of the unit. It loses 40% health. It like staggers the cooldowns a little bit, but I don't know. I guess it's not resurrecting, so its start of combat doesn't. Oh, trigger adjacent. So when this resurrects, how does that work? Does it give you an extra loop maybe because it's triggering the start of combat of this start of combat? I don't know, but I've seen people do it, and there must be a reason they're doing it, right? That's my logic here, is that there must be a reason or people wouldn't be doing it. So I'm also going to do it. I like that I have a lot. No! I just accidentally moved it right before, and it totally bugged out. Look at this. Look at this. We've had this little nagging bug where you can capture card just had a meltdown. Everything's dying. Well, that hurts a lot. I mean, we're back to where we were the previous round. Basically, we might still be okay technically. I don't know how much scaling the opponent has here, but we're much worse than we should have been. That's for sure. I've also bugged the game out. We do lose. We would have won this fight for sure if I hadn't done that. That sucks. That sucks. We need to, I think maybe there's this little half-second gap between when you hit find opponent and like it actually activates that you can move stuff, and that catches me. I think I'm gonna tell Ben that again because I think there's a bit of a like our server is like a Europe based or something. There's like this tiny lag, which doesn't really matter. You know, there's no live PvP or anything, but I think maybe it never happens to Ben because he's really close to the server, and there's a you know, that like 0.2 of a second hang or something for me where I can accidentally mess stuff up. So I don't know, that's not a big deal, but just don't click like a madman is the actual solution to that problem. Nova Shop 5, we go for another brick by brick. Do we want another one? Like, positioning gets weird because you need the superchargers and everything else to be close. I don't know, I think I just want more superchargers, or more health buffs is fine too. Like anything that's feeding into the pillar, I guess, is still useful, right? At the same time, like, how much does 400 health really contribute when this thing's gonna have like 1 million, you know? I don't know how much it really adds in. I mean, it adds in a little, I guess, but I also just could sell it and do better, I think. Do we just sell it? Oh, bro, that spot is occupied. It's bugged because of that thing getting there. Oh, shoot, that's okay. That's interesting. That's a little annoying. I mean, it's not gonna be a problem. We won't take up that much space, but do we sell? We could definitely sell a post office. Could definitely sell a botanist. Don't care about either of those. Could probably sell this then. Yeah, I don't know, we could do better, I think. Ancient 5, give me another graveyard. No, another Thanatos doesn't really help. At some point there's just, you know, just like major diminishing returns on these. I can sell it later, I guess. It's fine. Azurite on graveyard seems pretty good. Make these happen faster. Tinker 4 could be more superchargers. It's not. We're right back where we started. That's fine. This can go here, I guess. I think it's okay. We just need more superchargers, right? We need more tinker shops, basically. We're gonna start running into other boards that are doing this same sort of thing, but like way better than us, you know, if we're not careful. So this guy has 1400 health now instead of 100, right? So we're gonna start feeding into these loops, and it's gaining every time off this second. Oh, actually, that might be a good reason to put the brick by brick next to the jump starter supercharger instead of the other one, because it's getting less loops right now. But the problem is it also has to be adjacent to this. So maybe you could put it up here at the top, actually. Yeah, that's probably better. Bro, we're already at 24,000 health, by the way. That's great. We need to speed up our graveyard. No, this is perfect, dude. Like, dude, it's at 30,000. We were outpacing the wizard there at the end. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Go for another graveyard too. Ancient 5. Oh, dude, why am I getting so many Thanatoses and no graveyards, bro? That's frustrating. Graveyard again? No! Where are the graveyards? Boss! No! Yeah, these altars are just like, I need to sell them, basically. They're kind of doing nothing, I think. These voodoo totems, again, don't really do anything, but they're just feeding into the loop here. I need to sell some of this stuff because I'm going to be running into opponents who are doing the same thing as me, but better, you know? They got some speed boofs on their graveyard, but the bonfire is going to die, and then it might get resurrected, which I guess is fine. It's still a benefit. You know, the supercharger might be worth more overall, but We're at 18,000 on our pillar. They're at 14,000. So they're doing pretty good, but I think ours is definitely outpacing theirs. Yeah, it's like 55. It's holding. It's holding. Yeah, it's actually almost gaining. Yeah. Yeah. The fatigue wizard did is like Super Saiyan mode, as you saw there at the end, and we still held. Yeah, this is great. Okay. So we're doing the thing. It's still not as good as it could be, right? Like the thing could be better, but we're doing the thing. We're looking for Tinker 5s. We're looking for more corrupt shamans, I guess. That's fine. Tinker 5s. More of this stuff's fine, whatever. For now, these are better there. Tinker 4 could have it too. Ah, nice. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. These Thanatoses are still kind of currently pointless because this one can affect all three of these still, but you know, it's fine. We might get if we get a sell here, I would love to sell some of these altars because they're just not doing much. These beekeepers are actually pretty nice because right now the botanists are hitting only beekeepers and crystals, which isn't too bad. Okay. Yeah, we got an extra supercharger loop now, so this should help even more. Oh, bro, they have a weapon. It's gonna get destroyed, but I guess they don't have any way to resurrect it. The problem is right now we destroy your weapons if you somehow cheese into them, but there are ways to resurrect said weapons via graveyards. So that's the bug right now. I know there's at least one board doing that, so we might run into that bug a little bit, but that's okay. We're already at 20,000. They're at 1,700, bro. Yeah, we're gonna be fine, I think. Brick by brick also already at 4,800, so feeding even more into each pillar loop, right? It's really nice. If we speed up this graveyard or get extra graveyards, we can go even harder, I think. Yeah, we're at 72,000. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, nice, dude. That's beautiful. Okay, here we go. Nice, guaranteed. Yeah. Now this second Thanatos actually matters because now this one's getting reached by that. I need graveyard, man. How hard do I dig for it? Graveyard is not here. Synthetic leecher deals damage to us. That's risky. Electro catalyst. I mean, weirdly, it does count on these, but kind of bad. Sticks as well only affects base health. That's not very useful. I guess proliferator is currently the best bet. It's just a little extra scaling here, but I want to sell this stuff. A lot of this stuff I just don't need. Like this whole front row. Probably this altar still is useless. A lot of things we just don't need right now. At some point, we're going to start hitting like ceilings, health ceilings and stuff. I don't know what happens there. Like, you know, because at some point, the fatigue wizard starts sniping stuff behind your pillar, right? And then that means our loops go away. And then like eventually the fight will still end. I haven't made it that far to know what happens, though. It's scary. Emerald again. Okay. Novus again. Upgrade? Man, we haven't been offered a lot of these. Oh my god. Extra life on the pillar seems nuts. Another Tinker Shop guaranteed. Okay. Sell! Finally! God, yes. Okay. I can get rid of this Thanatos now, I think, for sure. And again, I don't really need this Proliferator. I don't think that's useful. And I don't really need these Voodoo Totems. I think those are fine to sell. I'm looking for more graveyards. More speed boosts maybe to the graveyard. So like blue crystals would be okay. Trees are free, I think. Shrub is actually pretty great, but it needs to be on the left side, so maybe not that great. Blue crystals, shrubs, transmutes are good. Green crystals don't help, but Jeffries are good. Green crystals, I mean, technically they're maybe better by the brick by bricks, but they're also keeping the shamans alive, so I don't know. I can actually fit one more supercharger in, I think, right? At some level, like, you're getting diminishing returns because the graveyards can't resurrect enough, but blue crystal. Okay, nice. Transmute for sure we can do. Yes, we can sell this. We can sell this. Probably sell this. Transmute again. Bro, can I just take another supercharger, man? It's like, it's actually at some point now better on the brick by bricks probably than the pillars, but I want to make sure every supercharger, if it's resurrected, is next to a Thanatos's. So I really just need more graveyards, man. Like that's the juice right now, is graveyards. That's what we need. I don't actually know if buffer bot's useful. Show me those ancient shops, man. I need graveyards, dude. Or blue crystals. double its damage. That's not useful. Show me them graveyards, man. I hope I'm not missing some really obvious way to improve this build, but I just don't know. I need to see more of the other like late game builds, you know? Bro, where are the ancient 5 shops? Show me one. Give me that ancient 5 shop. Tinker shop again. Like I said, at this stage, I don't think it helps because none of the superchargers are going to be adjacent to the pillar after this. Any other ones I put need to be next to an altar. I mean, at some level, it's kind of diminishing returns anyway, because it's like you can only resurrect so many, but that's why I'm trying to get more graveyards, right? To resurrect more. These are fine. Where are them expensive ancient shops, boss? Oh, another last hope. Useless. Where are them ancient shops, boss? Let's sell again, yes. What do we sell here? I don't even know. Librariums, maybe? Don't really need this many emeralds either. Honestly, I think you maybe only need one, technically. I don't know. Like, just one to get them all started. I mean, I don't really need these shrubs either, I guess. This is tier 5, so it can only be in 5 shops. Okay. Health boost again. Oh, no health boost. Second chance. This is not a resurrect. Remember, it's just to set the health to 1 effect. I'm trying to think if anything here matters. I don't really. I mean, clearly the defensive ones are the best. I just don't. I'm trying to think of anywhere where they're relevant. You know, I don't know if they're relevant anywhere. I don't know. Oh, okay. Let's sell again. Yeah, let's sell some shrubs. Yes. Can also sell this guy. We know. Dude, I am dying for an big ancient shop. Is there no ancient 5 shop? Maybe there just isn't an ancient 5 shop. I thought we saw one before, but maybe I'm wrong. I might just be wrong. It's certainly not going to be the first time if so. I think blue crystals would also be welcome. Okay, another well-timed transmute there. Thank God. Another well-timed transmute there. Okay, yes. I'm trying to think about what's my least. Yeah, I think the librarians are probably the least useful, but it's debatable. Just a big shop 5 too at this stage might be helpful as well. Just cycling cells here basically until I find what I need, right? Fortunately, it looks like we're gonna be out. Oh, accelerate on this is great. Graveyard getting a speed boost. Nice. Spell shield. I don't think the fatigue wizard is any of those things, so maybe we just do like whatever here. Okay. All right, guys. Let's see, man. I hope we don't. Oh no, the triple graveyard. Atomic clock slowing down cooldowns. I don't know how that much matters. I feel like that's gonna impact them more than me actually, almost at this stage. They have fewer superchargers, but it doesn't really matter as long as the graveyards are resurrecting them enough. Oh, they also have the synthetic leecher. Bro, that's pretty cool. Double triggering the supercharger here. Wow. That's actually pretty smart, man. That's at 29,000 already. Wait, why is my stuff... Oh, no, we're fine. We're only resurrecting one at a time, so... I mean, theirs are getting way smaller, though, right now. Like, mine's way bigger at the moment. I don't know why exactly, but they have a lot of trees. Hopefully, once the wizard goes Super Saiyan, the trees just kind of all go at once. Because I have 219,000 freaking life, dude. Wait, oh, no. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we finished it with 38,000. Let's go, Pillar. Yes, dude. This is my best pacifist run by a mile, man. This is going good. This is fun. Yeah, let's sell again. Just really desperately looking for a big graveyard. That's all I need at this stage, man. Ah! No! It's so crazy unlikely that we haven't found it any. I'm losing my mind, man. Okay, another crystal's good though. Speeding this one up is still nice. Here, Big Shop 5 might have one. No! Oh, do we do the leecher thing we talked about? I mean, it's just gonna be hitting the pillar pretty much always, but the problem is I can't really guarantee that, you know what I mean? Like it's, oh, I already bought it though. Oh, maybe we could do it on graveyard? Ooh. Because I don't care about this stuff dying. I mean, eventually though, I guess the problem is that, yeah, eventually the problem is it's gonna get to the Thanatoses, right? maybe if I put these in as a hedge, like, okay, just to explain what's happening. The synthetic leisure deals damage to the nearest friendly unit. That's not its target. So maybe if I need to, it's gonna heat my crystals eventually too, but that's gotta be worth it for the double loops. Maybe if I just put all this stuff in the middle so that it doesn't get to the Thanatoses, like hopefully these have enough health by the time that it gets here that these outscale it and then these never get hit, right? And then you're happy because, yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, I don't know. We'll see, I guess. We'll see. I think it's definitely possible though, but double triggering this gives me multiple superchargers, I think, which is nice. It did destroy the crystals immediately, so I guess it's still worth it, right, though, because... Oh, but it's resurrecting other stuff now. I forgot. Oh, no, this plan's bad. No, it's resurrecting non-supercharger units. No, this plan's bad, dude. I gotta sell that. No. Well, we're still hitting a lot of superchargers somehow, though, so that's kind of nice. Despite all of these being in the pool, like, we're still resurrecting a ton of superchargers. How much health do I have? 150,000? I mean, it looks like we're gonna hold, but I don't know if this plan was worth it. This was a bad idea. I forgot about my resurrect pool getting disrupted so much. I mean, you know, ultimately those were still the most common things. I think I gotta sell it though. It's a cool idea in theory, but too risky. Too risky, man. Let's go back to just finding another graveyard, right? That's the real plan here. I can sell a botanist, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, nice. Now with 2 graveyards, I feel so much happier. I mean, honestly, I think we could even sustain a third, right? I think we could sustain a third. Let's just dig for it, dude. Oh my god. Oh, it's like you can't find any and then you just find them all, man. You just find them all, dude. It's wild stuff, dude. It's wild stuff. Okay, now, I mean, I just feel like I don't even know how all this goes, but I feel like we functionally are gonna have like infinite health, right? I don't even know what the opponent does at this stage to beat us. I guess this is actually pretty good on the shamans. Another extra life, okay, and small shield, I guess, can just go wherever. I don't know, it doesn't matter, right? I don't think it's relevant. Let's take this off and put it wherever, and then extra life here again on the pillar. Okay, dude, how do we lose? I mean, maybe we lose a bugged weapon board. That's one way we lose for sure. I'll be mad, but that's our fault. I'm the game dev, I can't be too mad. I think there's no way we lose to anything normal here, right? Like, we have already 64, 100,000. What's our cap? 1 million, I think? We're basically gonna hit cap. So I mean, look how many of these were going off now, dude. It's crazy. Oh my god, it's crazy. I think we're at cap already. Yeah, we already hit cap. Okay, so weirdly, I hit cap so easily that I should be focusing on other things now, right? Like, you know, 1 million health is your cap. I need to do other things to make the rest of the board stronger, because at some level, once he goes Super Saiyan and starts destroying everything else, you know, it's like, it doesn't do any good. So I need, like, I don't even know, like, maybe make the brick by brick stronger now, you know? I could like move this into a spot where it's getting more superchargers, since we know the pillar's getting so many anyway. You know, like maybe you have 3 hitting that now, right? And they're still all covered by this Thanatos, so that now this guy's also scaling like crazy. It also doesn't currently have an offensive unit, or oh well, that makes sense. You can't have offensive weapons, so yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, now maybe you just look for more Jeffreys, more bees. I don't even know. Like, it's real diminishing returns territory now. These are technically a little better here because they get impacted as well. Maybe some town speed boosts. These are, again, mostly hitting other stuff, though. It's not that helpful, really. I'm trying to think. Oh, Scola? Okay. Yeah, this buffs a lot of stuff, yeah. This is another health buff, but not really a useful one. Scola, sure, yeah, okay. We could take a lot of Scolas, yeah. They give us nice buffs. Watchtower again for speed boost on our town units, yeah. That all helps, I guess. It all adds up. No pillar here. I think we're gonna be fine, right? This looks like a normal, not broken build. I think we're gonna be okay. Dude, this is just so crazy how fast this gets so big. The brick by brick also is gonna get really, really big. Dude, we're already almost at cap. Are you crazy? I should move even more maybe to the brick. I think because these are getting looped into every time now, and it's just scaling like nuts. Yeah, I gotta get the brick by brick even more. Like, I might as well try to get it to 1 million too, right? Bro, the opponent is actually kind of nuts. That was cool. Did you see that? It was like resurrecting trees so fast or something that or summoning them so fast that the fatigue wizard was like a little overwhelmed. But that said, still not enough, of course. I guess we just shift even more of these in because, like we said, the pillar is getting hit so regularly that it just doesn't even, you know, it's not even impactful. So now we give it 4 resurrects as well. We could also just do more of those loops and do another pillar on the bottom, I guess, right? That's another angle to take. Look for another big brick by brick, yeah. Here it is, probably. Oh, not guaranteed, sadly. Yeah, synthetic leisure we found out it's not helpful. Contrarium as well, not helpful. Black hole also not helpful, I think. I mean, technically maybe a little interesting, but I think we just sell that for sure. We also don't really need this voodoo totem. These mana machinas are also going to be useless after next turn. I mean, for now it's fine, I guess, but we need to remind ourselves of that and try to sell them later. This is tier 4, could show up in structure shop. It does not. Mushroom Minder though is fine, whatever. Big shop 5. Let's just look for any random thing here. I don't even know what's helpful anymore. Really, none of this stuff is. Sticks as well, yeah, really not helpful because it's only taking base stats when it buffs things, which is not nice. It spreads base stats around, but we don't need base stats. Yeah, we'll just sell it again. That's fine. We can sell this too, and despite my symmetry being broken, we'll sell that. Yeah, I think I'm just looking for that brick by brick again, maybe. Another health thing. These don't do anything, I think. Like, technically, these might be good against the fatigue wizard, though. The second chances, yeah. Health buffs on this also would be nuts, right? We actually, since we're getting so much health, we might take one of our health enchantments and put it on that anyway. Yeah, here we go. Here's one. And again, a second chance on shrub, whatever. Probably doesn't matter. Let's take one of these and put it on that. We can take this off and put it wherever, and then take one of these and put it on here. I don't think that'll materially change things too much. Hopefully it doesn't like mess up and we go too low, but we got one round of experimentation here to figure it out, so might be okay either way. Lots of botanists giving extra health, lots of librarians giving extra health. Trees are fine. Little bonuses. Yeah, let's see if this still gets to 1 million before we hit, you know, the time limit. We have a little leeway there. Ooh, they got some speed buffs on their graveyards, but we're all kind of racing to 1 million, right? So at some point, you know, after 1 million, it doesn't really matter anymore, right? And it looks like we're gonna hit it very quickly anyway. Do we get there before the fatigue wizard? Surely, right? Surely. By the way, this is also almost a million. Yeah. This is also gonna be 1 million, dude. This is crazy. It is. It got to 1 million. Yes, we got 2 max health units, bro. We are unkillable. Literally unkillable. The fatigue wizard is gonna go Super Saiyan here in a second, and we're gonna have two remaining, I think, and then hold on, probably, right? Yeah, I think. Oh, wait, there's also 1 million. Wait, how does this work? Oh my God, how does it? Oh, dude. Oh, yes. We are insane. I don't even know what to buy anymore. I feel like nothing is helpful at this stage. Rafflesia? I mean, this could be another way to maybe get a bunch of... if you give it one of these guys, and it goes off a lot every time, does it also get a ton of health? Can I have like 3 guys that have that much health, you know? I don't know. I kind of want to try for more of those now. Now I'm thinking again, this also gets buffed by botanist, so it scales really hard. Oh, there's another enchantment. Okay. Accelerate again on some graveyards, I guess, is fine. I don't think they really matter much, but you never know. Let's look for a sell or bees. Sure, more bees. Why not, dude? Why not? Okay, this is our final fight. We cannot lose, by the way. We're gonna stay alive no matter what. We have 11 trophies, which is insane. By far my best pacifist run ever. And let's see if we don't run into somebody who's doing something crazy, even more broken than us, man. This does not look crazy broken to me. This looks very, very, very manageable. I'm curious if this gets to 1 million or not off this enchantment stacking off the resurrects, right? Oh, it's stealing health though. Oh, it's gonna kill that altar. I didn't realize that. I mean, maybe the librarians and stuff keep it alive actually though. Yeah, it's gaining, it's shaky. I forgot it's stealing life. It's also maybe killing these as they pop up too though. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, we're way smaller than usual. Oh, this broke our loop. Oh no. I think we're still gonna win this fight, but I did screw our loop up a little bit. Yeah, we didn't even get to 1 million yet. I mean, we're close, I guess. Still going, thankfully. So yeah, it's gonna be fine. But oh my gosh, dude, that was actually kind of risky, I guess. But yeah, no problem. We finished with 930,000 life. Oh, this had 3,000. That was actually remarkably close. So maybe don't do the Rafflesia thing, or at least maybe not without some health denying. We did have an enchantment I could have put on this that prevented it from taking too much damage, I guess. But anyway, insane pacifist run. We mastered this technique, which is probably broken for pacifist mode. I don't know if we want to handle balance separately across these modes or whatever. I will say this wasn't particularly challenging to do, which is always a bit of a concern, but you know, we could have like targeted bans and stuff, I'm sure, for a given game mode to make sure that things don't get crazy out of hand. I was going to play other modes, but that was a nice long crazy run I wasn't expecting, so maybe we won't. Maybe I'll just show them real quick to show you like what the tiny island looks like, right? It's gonna be hard to tell until I buy something, but you see, you only got 4 mana number 1, and this is our tiny little island. It's both literally on screen, but also just not a lot of space, right? It fills up wicked fast, which is crazy. And then King of the Hill, I mean, there's not much to show there, I guess, but currently no ranked mode concern there. King of the Hill, you know, you just start with 1 health, so only 10 rounds, 1 health. You get a little extra mana to work with, but you know, you got to go for tempo, max tempo. You can't worry about you cannot worry at all about value, really, right? It's just max tempo, which this actually might be a pretty good turn 1 board, if I would guess. It's got a lot. Oh, this is tough though. Buffer bot's real good. Buffer bot absorbs a lot of hits on our very slow weapon. We might still be okay though. Hold up. Yeah, we're, oh no, the pierce damage from the laser pointer got us. Nah, we lose. It runs over just like that. Well, there you go. We did a full King of the Hill run. What do you know? All right, guys, that's the thing, man. If you want to play around and get those crazy health totals, you want to do the broken thing, venture forth into our game modes. Links down below, of course. You want to download this game totally free right now. It's our free demo. I think we'll always have some component that'll be free, some kind of demo, but probably eventually be like 12 bucks or something on Steam. And updates coming all the time. New UI coming, new logo coming, new everything's coming. Like lots of new stuff on the way. So anyway, love you a ton. Thanks for hanging out with me as always. Appreciate you spending some time checking out my game. And I guess I will see you around.